Hey there. So far we have done till this much part, the front part of the car that is depicted with the green layers, green colored layers, and these three layers are the layers which are common in both the cars. That is, they just are visible at the starting and they'll be visible even after that. So there are two ways to handle with these layers. So one can be leave them just as they are, or just make their visibility go off and on. No other movement or other transformation is necessary in these layers. And let's start with the mid part of the car, that is this layer. So this layer will be transformed to this one, and the controller that would be containing the controls for this transformation would be this one over here. So, and this is limited to this translation of the movement of this controller. So now let's begin with it. So for this, first of all, we'll make all these parts go hidden. So as you can see, I've combined all the corresponding parts of this part of the car. So now let's start with the rigging process. So for that, for first of all, we'll make this part go vanish. So for that, I'll go to edit mesh, choose the cut faces tool. And by the way, this is the 5th video of the rigging program. We place the cut face tool somewhat around here. Press W, press Ctrl A, select the polycut tool, press delete faces, select the cut faces tool, press Ctrl A, and since it was placed in the z-axis direction, so we'll key the cut plane center z-axis. And for keying, let's open the set driven key menu. That would be from spacebar, animate, set driven key, set. Now we'll make the polycut 54 as the driven and the circle as the driver. So at this position where the circle is at its minimum position, this part of the car will be visible. So we'll select the Z of the cut plane tool and the translation Z of the circle, and we'll make a key over here. We'll take the controller a bit forwards, we'll select the polycut, we'll make the part go off its visibility like this, and we'll press a key again. So this is it. Then we'll select this part and we'll first of all make it come outwards in the x-axis and then go off the visibility. So it would be visible till this part, or maybe just a little bit inwards to this part, maybe till this much, and we'll select this part as the driven now. Select the scaling of X, we'll press key, we'll note, or maybe we'll copy this value, Control C, and we'll move the controller a bit forwards. Select the surface, press R, animate the Z, animate the scaling value to maybe this much. Press key again. Select the controller, press W, and put this value. Now remember this value, this is minus 1.535. Control V, enter. So now we'll make it go off the visibility. So for that we'll choose the polycut face tool. So for that we'll go to edit mesh, cut faces tool, We'll place the cut faces tool somewhat around here, maybe Control Z. We'll align it according to both the objects. Now we'll press Control A, we'll press delete faces, we'll select the cut faces tool, we'll press Control A, and since it was in the Y axis, we'll first of all make it visible at this position of the controller. Now being the polycut selected, we'll make it as a driven, set the Y, press key, move the controller to the final position, that will be -1.535, press enter. Now select the polycut, make the object go off the visibility like this and press control key. Now after this, let's move to this part. So for this part, what we can do is we'll keep it scaling at this very position in the first part. So we'll make it as a driven object, we'll scale X and we'll key it. We'll move the controller a little bit forward till this much, then select the object, press R, take it outwards like this, we'll press W and we'll press key again and we'll go back to the 0 position like this. So this is the 0 position. So this is what we have done till now. This is the 0 position over here. Now we'll to make it go invisible, we'll choose the cut faces tool. We'll place it somewhat around here. Press W, press Control A, delete faces. We'll select the cut faces tool, press Control A again, make it as a driven object. Since it is placed in the Z axis, we'll select the Z, press key, and we'll move the controller to the final position where the object goes maximum outwards. That would be around this much place, and we'll select the cut faces tool. We'll make it go off the visibility like this, and we'll press key. Now we'll select this object. We'll repeat the same process, just this time we won't make the object go outwards, just to add some randomness in the scene. So now we'll select the cut faces tool. Instead of just making this object as a driven object, we'll now make the cut faces tool as a driven object from the beginning. Now we'll press Ctrl A, delete faces, select the object, select the cut faces tool, make it as the driven object. Since it was placed in the Z axis, so we'll press Ctrl A, Z, key, move it further till this much, make the Z go off the visibility like this, and we'll press key again. Now we'll select this object, we'll repeat the same process. We'll put a cut faces tool above it. We'll press Ctrl A, delete faces, select, Ctrl A, make driven, cut plane Y axis. We'll make it visible at this point like this. We'll key, we'll move the controller a bit forward. We'll select the cut face tool, make it go off the visibility like this. We'll press key again. Now we'll select this part. So for this part, we'll take the controller a little bit backwards till this much place, maybe till this place. We'll select this part. We'll first of all make the scaling of this part keyed. So we'll select this part, we'll make it as a driven object, we'll scale it in the X axis, scale it in the X axis, and what we'll do is we'll press a key over here, we'll copy this value, Control C, we'll move the controller a little bit further, we'll take it to a round figure value so that it would be easy to remember that this is minus 1.5. So we'll go back to the object, we'll press R, we'll take it outwards, not, not extensively out, just a little bit. We'll press key again, we'll press W, we'll select the controller, we'll Control V the value. Now select the object, make a cut face tool over here like this, then I'll press Control A, make it delete faces, select the cut faces tool, press Control A, make it as the driven object. Now this time it will be the Y axis, and press key and take the controller to the next position, that would be minus 1.5. Select the cut face tool, make the object go invisible like this. Press key again. This is what is happening right now. Now let's move to the next part, that will be this one. So this time we'll make the translate Y of this part as the key. So for that we'll make this part as a driven object. We'll select the translate Y, we'll make it a key. Now I will move the controller a little bit further. So before doing that, we'll copy this position, or maybe we can even remember this as this is a round figured value and it is easily and simple to remember. So that would be minus 1.5. Make it somewhat further. Select the object, move it upwards, not very much, just a little bit, and press key. Now we can copy this value, Control C, and we can place the older value here, minus 1.5. We'll select this object, we'll put a cut faces tool over here like this. We'll press Control A again, we'll press delete faces, we'll press Control A, select the cut faces tool, press Control A, and the Z axis this time. So we'll make it visible right now. We'll make it driven, Z, key. We'll move the controller by pasting the value, Control V, enter, and we'll select the polycut. We'll make it go off the visibility. Like this. Press a key. So now we have this thing. Now at this position, this part will be at this very same position. So this time we'll repeat the same process just as we have done in the very earlier part of this this complete part of the rig. So we'll repeat the same process. We'll make these two objects as a driven object. We'll select the Y axis, we'll press key, we'll check the value, that would be this one, so we'll copy it, we'll move the controller, so we'll make it as a round figure value, that would be minus 1.6, so maybe 1.65. Now we'll select the object, we'll take translate Y a little bit upwards, we'll make it a key, we'll select the controller, we'll press Control V over here, and this time we'll select the cut faces tool, edit mesh, cut faces tool, and we'll place it somewhere downwards, press W, press Control A, delete faces, select the tool, Control A, center Y, like this, completely at the first position of the controller. We'll make it as a driven object, translate Y, we'll make it key, we'll move the controller forwards, and that value, as we remembered it, was 6.5. 1 minus 1.65. Well, now we'll select the polycut, we'll make it go off the visibility, we'll press key again. So this is what we have got till now. Okay, let's control that. Now let's move to this part. Maybe to this, control that. Maybe to this part. Make it as the so for this part we'll just choose the cut faces tool, edit mesh, cut faces tool, place it somewhere around here, press Ctrl A again, delete faces, select the tool, Ctrl A, make it as the driven, and the Z axis, that will be this one, and this one, and we'll press key and copy the controllers. No, we don't want to copy this value right now because it is not needed. And we'll make the controller move further, select the polycut tool, make the part go vanish like this, and we'll press key again. Now move to this part, move the controller a little bit further backwards, select this part, put so for this part we'll simply place a cut faces tool over here, press W, and we'll press Ctrl A, delete faces, select tool, press Ctrl A, make it as the driven, same center Z axis, press key, move the controller further like this, and make it go vanish like this, press key. So now we have left with these parts, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So we'll make this part go vanish just when this part goes to transformation. So we'll select this part and we'll put edit mesh, cut faces tool backwards to this part, press W, press Ctrl A, press delete faces, select the tool, make it as the driven, press Ctrl A. This was the Z axis, we'll make it visible right now. We'll select the Z here, make it a key, then move the controller furthermore like this much, and select the cut face tool, make it go off the visibility like this, press key. So almost all the parts have been made to go off the visibility like this. We'll make these parts move just slightly later to their adjacent parts. So we'll select this part, we'll put driven over here, we'll select the translate Y of this part, we'll make we'll put a key over here at this position of the controller, then move the controller a little bit further, make this part go upwards like this, and put the key, take the controller backwards at this position, just the position where this part was at its original position. And now select the part, go to edit mesh, cut faces tool, place a cut faces tool over here, press W, press Ctrl A, delete faces, select the tool, press Ctrl A. It is the Z axis this time, so make the Z axis key, then make it a key, then move the controller further, select the polycut, make it go off the visibility, like this, and press key, then move the controller a little bit backwards, like this, select the next part now, and make it as a driven object, select the translate Y, we'll repeat the same process as this one, and we'll make it a key, we'll move the controller further outwards, then select the part, make it go upwards like this, we'll press key again, then we'll go back to the position where this part was at its 0 translate Y. Maybe somewhere around like this much part. So now we'll put a cut faces tool, around here, press W, press Ctrl A, select the delete faces, select the tool, press Ctrl A, make it as the driven, the translate Z, make it key, move the controller further like this, select the polycut, make it go off the visibility. So this time you see that there is this part left over here, this one. Sorry, first of all we'll add a key over here, key. So this is the problem of polycut faces tool. So for that we can cheat it with using the visibility of the car, of this part. So we'll key visibility of this part to be 1 till this point, make it as a driven object, visibility key to be 1 and to be 0 key after this, sorry, Ctrl Z, select the tool with 0 at this point. So now it completely vanishes. So this is the thing that you would require again and again, as when we use polycut face tool, these objects are left. So this is a minor problem and it can be solved by using the visibility and keying it accordingly. So now we are left with this part, only this part. So we'll make it go of the visibility just like that. So we'll select this, we'll go to edit mesh, cut faces tool, we'll place a cut faces tool over here, we'll press W, we'll press Ctrl A, we'll make it delete faces, we'll select the cut faces tool, press Ctrl A, make it as a driven object, select the Z axis, we'll press a key over here, we'll move the controller furthermore and we'll make the Z axis to be used to make it vanish. We'll press key. So now you see that all the parts are gone. It's just that the small problems that come because of using of the polycut tool are left. So these can be controlled using the visibility of these objects. simultaneously, so it can be done later works in the finalizing and finishing of the car. So this is what we have right now. So we can even make this part go off visibility when the outer part of this part goes off the visibility. So we'll we'll keep this thing, these three parts, we'll make it as a driven object. We'll key their visibility till this part is visible as on, as key, and when this part goes off the visibility over here, we'll select the visibility to 0 and we'll press a key. This is it. So now let's start with the new mid body part. So let's make this layer visible. So what we want is that whenever the controller is at the first position, first of all the parts of the new layer should be invisible, and they'll come into visibility just as these old parts go off the visibility. So let's begin then. So let's first of all select this part, the new one. So what we can do is we'll make the older parts as reference, so there won't be a trouble as we can select them by mistake. So we'll select the new one, this part. We'll see. So this part should be invisible till this much point, or maybe till this point. So what we'll do is we'll make the controller tilt backwards around here. We'll select this part. We'll make it as a driven object. We'll key the scaling X, and we'll first of all take the this part a little bit inwards, and we'll press key over here. And as the controller moves further to maybe till this point, the object comes to its scaling, the final value that would be 1, and we'll press key again. And along with that, we'll use the polycut faces tool to keep this part hidden until the older part is gone off the visibility. So we'll select this part, we'll go to edit mesh, cut faces tool, we'll place the cut faces tool over here like this, press W, press Ctrl A, take on the delete faces, select the tool, make it as a driven object, press Ctrl A to make it go off the visibility using the Z axis like this, then press key, then take it outwards like this, and we'll select the cut faces tool, make it visible now like this, and press key. So this is what is happening now. This part goes off visibility, and this part comes from the inside to the final visibility like this. So now let's move to the second part. So the next part that we'll we'll edit is this one. So for that we'll open this layer and select the old layer, sorry, the new one. We'll make this object hidden until this part comes to being off the visibility. So we'll select this new layer, make it as the driven object, select this scaling X, press R, take it inwards, press W and press key, and we'll copy the location of the controller, that will be over here, and Control C. We'll move the controller a little bit further to maybe 1.55 and we'll make the scaling go 1 again, press key. So now we'll paste the older value, Control V, select the object, go to cut faces tool, add a cut face over here, press W, press Control A, tick on the delete faces tool, select, press Control A, make it as the driven object, make it invisible at this position, sorry, make it key, select the controller, move it to the final position, that would be minus 1.55, and make it come into visibility and press key again. So the next part that we'll be editing is this one over here. So we'll repeat the same process. We'll make it as a driven object, we'll press R, we'll take it inwards, we'll select the scale X, we'll make it a key, we'll copy the current position, Control C, or we don't even want to copy, we don't even need to copy because it is a round figure value and we can remember it very easily. So this is minus 1.55, and after this we'll select this object. Now what we'll do is, after we have made a key over here, we'll move the controller further to a position that we can remember, or we'll copy this location, Control C, and now we'll select the object again, we'll press R, we'll take it to its final position, that would be 1. Now we'll key it over here. Now we'll take the controller back to the previous position, that would be minus 1.55, like this, and we'll go to edit mesh, cut faces tool, we'll add a cut faces tool below this layer, and we'll press Control A, we'll press delete faces, select the tool, press Control A again, we'll make it as a driven, select the center Y, key, select the controller, Control V, press enter, and now we have to make, Control Z, select the tool, make it invisible here, like this, and press key, move the controller by pasting value, Control V, enter, and now make it visible over here, and press key again. Now the next part, so for this part we'll just make it come into visibility by using cut faces tool. So it would be invisible till at least like this much part. So we'll select this part, we'll go to edit mesh, cut faces tool, and we'll add the cut faces tool maybe above the layer, press W. This is on you to decide where you place the cut faces tool, as more the randomization, more the complicated the rig will appear, and it is better to make a complicated rig as it looks difficult and more attractive when it gets converted. And the randomization should not be too high so that it doesn't give a bad feel and bad look to the rigging. So now we'll press Ctrl A, we'll select the delete facet, and we'll select the tool, make it the driven object, and we'll select the Y, we'll press Ctrl A, now we'll press key, we'll move the controller further, now make the parts visible, press key, select the final last object of the side. This object will be invisible at least till this part, right, till this much. We'll select this tool, the object, and we'll make it as a driven object. We'll press R, we'll scale it inwards, and we'll key it at this current position of the controller. We can make the controller's position rounded off like till this much. We'll press key, that is -1.8. Then move the controller furthermore, select the object, make it scaling at 1, press key. Now select the controller, go to the previous position, that is -1.8, select the part, go to edit mesh, cut faces tool, place a cut faces tool below it, over here, press W, press Ctrl A, select the delete faces, select it, press Ctrl A, make the object go off the visibility, over here, and make the cut faces tool as driven, center Y, key, move the controller further outwards like this much, and make the object come into visibility like this. Press key again. So far all the side below parts have been converted. Now let's move to the above parts. So as you can see, this part goes first fall in of the visibility. So we'll select this part, we'll move the controller forwards till this much, we'll select this part, make it as the driven, select the scaling X, press R, make it go inwards at this position of the controller, copy this position, Control C, and we'll move the Control Z, we'll make it a key, we'll move the controller a little bit further like this, we'll select this object, Control Z, we'll remember this value, this is -1.543. Now we'll select the object, we'll make it as 1, now key again, now we'll take it back to its previous position, that would be this one, we'll place a cut faces tool, mesh, cut faces tool, above over here, press W, Control A, delete faces, select the tool, load driven Z, then Control A and key. Now we'll put the value, the further value, that will be 543, enter. Now we'll select the tool, make the object come into visibility like this, key. So now this part goes like this and this part comes from the inside like this. So now let's move to the next part, that will be this one. So for this part, what we'll do, we'll keep it invisible till this much and we'll choose the cut faces tool, place it somewhat around here, press W, press Ctrl A, delete faces, press Ctrl A, sorry, select the tool, press Ctrl A, make it as the driven, the Z axis, and put a key, move the controller forwards, sorry, Ctrl Z, select the tool, make it invisible at first, put a key, move the controller forwards, select the tool, make the object come into visibility, this, press key. Now let's move to the next part. That would be maybe this one. So we'll keep this part of the visibility till this much. Select this part, select this x-axis, scaling, we'll scale it inwards like this. This point of the controller, we'll copy the controller's translate Z value, Control C. We'll key it, move the controller -8, -0.1, 1.815 like this, and now we'll select the tools scaling and make it 1 and key it again. Now we'll put the Control V value, enter, and make the tool go off the visibility using the edit mesh cut faces tool. Press it here, W, Control A, delete faces, select, Control A, translate Z, make it off the visibility right now. Select the driven, translate Z, key, and now we'll add the final value that was 815. Enter, select the tool, make it come into visibility and key. So this is what is happening here. So now this part, so this part stays off the visibility at this point. So we'll key it using the cut faces tool. Cut faces tool, we'll press, sorry, Control Z, we'll press it over here, W, Control A, delete faces, select, Control A, translate Z, make the part go off the visibility, press key, sorry, Control Z, select this cut face 76, select the Z axis, key. Now move the controller forwards. Now select the Z axis, make the object come into visibility. Press key. So now only this much part is left. Let's work on this part. So this part will be of the visibility till this part. We'll key first of all the translate y axis, make it as the driven object. Select the translate y, take it downwards and place a key. Select the controller, copy the translate value, control C, move the controller a bit further to minus 1.56, go to translate y, take it to 0 and key. Select the controller, paste the value, select the object, go to cut faces tool, add a cut face tool over here, control A, delete faces, select control A, make it as the driven, translate Z, key. Right now the object shouldn't be visible, so we'll take its visibility to 0. At this position of the controller, we'll press key again. Then we'll take the controller to minus 1.65, enter, and then we'll select the tool, we'll make the object come into visibility and key again. So now the next part, that is this one, so we'll keep its visibility off till this much part, so we'll select this object, make it as a driven object, select the translate y of this object and take it downwards at first and key it at this position, that is this one. So we'll copy it, control C, take the controller a little bit further at maybe 1.775, like this much of the position. We'll select this object, we'll take its translation to 0 and key it. So now we'll put the older value, control V. Oh shit, we forgot to copy the value. So what we can do is we'll check it where the object stops moving. That would be around here. Now we'll select this part. We'll go to edit mesh, cut faces tool. We'll add a cut face tool over here. Press Ctrl A, delete faces, select. Go to Ctrl A, make it as a driven object. Select the Z axis, make it go off the visibility right now and key it. Now move the controller to the final position, that would be 775, control A, sorry, enter, and we'll select the polycut, we'll make the object come into visibility right now and key. So far all these parts have been done. So just as these parts go off the visibility right now, this much, so we'll select this part now. We'll keep it off the visibility till now, till this point of the controller for this part. Now we'll select this part, we'll put a cut faces tool, select like this, W, control A, delete faces, select control A, driven, center Z, and we have to make it invisible right now, so we'll make it invisible. We'll press Z, key, we'll move the controller further this much. We'll select this part and press Ctrl A and we'll make the part come into visibility. This and press key again. So this part has been left till now. So this is not going to be visible so very much. So what we can do is we'll make this part's visibility hidden till maybe this much part. We'll select this part, we'll make it as the driven, select the visibility, we'll press 0. Yes, we'll press 0. We'll put a key over here and we'll move it slightly outwards like this. And we'll select this part again, we'll press 1 and we'll key it. This. So now only this part has been left. We'll select this part. We'll make we'll go and select the edit mesh cut faces tool. We'll place it over here, press W, press Ctrl A, delete faces, select Ctrl A, driven to translate Z. Make it invisible. We'll press key. We'll move the controller to its final end position and we'll select the part. We'll make its visibility back to 1 like this. So we'll press key again. So this would be the final part like this. Three. So that is it for this video. Thank you.